Warren Buffett once said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful." Which are you? Indeed, the Bitcoin market is at a zone where both buyers and sellers are at a juncture of pain or anticipation, hope or dashed hopes. They aren't certain. What will you do? You'll be confident because in today's video, we'll dissect and analyze the BTCUSD asset pair and show you what we'll do at Ibiton Wajab Plots. So if making profits is your cup of tea, welcome to Ibiton Wajab and let's dive right into today's video. Whenever I do my analysis, I actually like to do a top-down analysis. So this is what BTC has been doing from the monthly. I can't forget this entry on the pair. On the week, let's even check the weekly. There was this candlestick right here, okay? There was this candlestick right here on the weekly time frame, okay? Which would have been the premise, okay, for your support zone right there. And so when they came here, you can see here, this is like a morning star, but on the monthly, it was really clear. So and you can see on the monthly, it gave us a morning star, okay, beautiful morning star. You can see here it's a very, very clear resistance zone, very, very clear one. Been watching it all this while. They gave us, what is it called, a tweezers pattern, a very, very beautiful tweezers pattern for that matter. But you know, just based on my ranking also too, I won't consider this to be of utmost importance, but they've been selling away from there, okay? So let's map out our zones, our important zones. On the monthly, this is a very, very clear support zone, okay? Sorry, flip zone rather. They came here, they haven't entered into it perfectly, okay? So these are the zones we are looking at on the monthly time frame. So let's go into the daily, because the daily and the weekly are usually the same sort of structure. If you don't believe me, just go and do your analysis, okay? So right on the daily, we also have this flip zone, okay? These are the closest to price. That's why I'm paying attention to it. We have this flip zone. They haven't entered into it, so there's a possibility that Bitcoin must still come in, but don't worry about that for now. So we have that flip zone. We also had this very, very strong, which could also be a, you know, what you call a possible flip zone, okay? We also had that zone, right? However, we also had this, is now a flip zone, okay? It's now a flip zone. Okay, it's now a flip zone. So we had this flip zone. I was anticipating them coming into it today. Today hasn't ended, okay? So we don't know for sure yet whether they will come into it. So we have that, we have this, okay? Now, let's go. Since we actually are looking at more on the larger move, now we use our trend line. This is the most important, you know, swing high, which is actually an intermediate and high. That's why I'm taking it, okay? So this is the most important, it's the most dominant. And then, yeah, dominant swing high. And then we actually have this low that created it, okay? So we had this low that created it, okay? So these are the 2 points, this point and this point. Now, if you're not sure of how we came about these highs, okay, or how we draw this as exact support or resistance zones, please go ahead and click and watch the video, okay? In, what is it called? You actually see it pop up now. So we have this right here. Now, why did I choose this eye? This is a dominant eye. The same thing, please watch the video on the trend line. You understand perfectly. It's not cherry picking. So we pick this eye, we pick this eye also too, and you can see they've been respecting it. And this also too, from this low, this is the important dominant low. You agree with me that this is the next dominant low. So we have this. So here's what Bitcoin has been doing so far. Right, so we have this low, and now we have this. Now clearly you can spot the classical pattern, is that not so? This is your flag, but we are not entering until we get a confirmation. The reason why I brought this to your attention was because on the H4 time frame we had I think an engulfing pattern, okay? Yes, we had an engulfing pattern, as you can see here. On the H4 time frame we had a very clear engulfing pattern, and that's why it caught my attention. So we had engaged earlier on somewhere here, okay, but I want a confirmation with the daily time frame, okay? I want a confirmation with the daily time frame. It has already come into this resistance zone, sorry, this support zone already. Very, very, very good support zone, right? And also, based on our trend line rules, we already have what is it called, the manipulation of the lows. Okay, we had a very good manipulation of that low. So today, what I'm expecting to see, okay, is for us to have a kind of candlestick pattern, whether an Arami or I would love it if it's an engulfing, though that seems very much unlikely. Okay, so but I would actually love it to be an engulfing, or at least a railroad track. So if you get another candlestick pattern, if it's an Arami, then we still have to wait tomorrow for the confirmation of the Arami. If we get that, then we are anticipating Bitcoin going all the way up. It's the same way we predicted this, this resistance zone here. Okay, price came very beautifully into it, and you can see it gave the engulfing here. Okay, it gave an engulfing pattern here, and you can see the sell from there. So we were actually selling, we were shorting here, we took in more entries somewhere around here. Okay, I think on the 1 hour time frame we left quite early. You can bet that we left somewhere around here. Okay, we left quite early. We did not completely anticipate them just blasting through like that, but they did. I would have really loved it if Bitcoin actually came, okay, to this flip zone perfectly, but we have multiple zones to actually watch out for. Okay, so we have that, and we are waiting for the confirmation. One last thing that I want you to actually note is the 50,000 level. It's called the psychological level. So we have this 50,000 level. Okay, and as you can see, price came there, took all the traders who will either put their self stops and whatever. Don't worry, you learn about all of that in the in the later video that will be uploaded here. So do well to subscribe. Okay, do well to subscribe and give this video a like. Now we have this trade actually come to the psychological level and push back all the way up, right? So now that it has actually pushed back all the way up, we're having much more clarity to the buy. Now I've not told you to engage on the buy. Okay, right here in Ibiton, we are waiting for them to give us more confirmation for us to take the trade back up, and not just to this zone. Okay, we'll be taking a lot of entry out around this zone, especially this candlestick. Okay, because that's your next resistance zone. Okay, so we'll be looking to get, you see my chart is already very muddy, so we'll be looking at getting away from the trade here. Okay, however, we also targeting getting out using the rule for trading the bullish flag. Okay, so right here we anticipate them coming to somewhere around here, okay, which is around the 85,000 level. Okay, not 100,000, 85,000. They might push it up there, but we are more sure of the 85,000 level. So this is our view on the BTCUSD. We are very confident. If we have a candlestick confirmation right here, we'll engage. We already have on the 84 time frame, so we have much more proofs. But this pattern rather is clearly very clear on the daily. Finally, we got the bullish confirmation we are anticipating on BTCUSD on the daily time frame. As you can see, we got this engulfing pattern, very beautiful trade right here. So I expect them to come back into the zone. Okay, they might and they might not, but we expect them to come back into the zone and go all the way up. I expect a push above all of these highs. Okay, and just like I actually said, expect them to get to the 85,000 level right here. So with this, we've come to the end of this video. If you found value in this video, please give this video a like and subscribe. Also share this video with friends and families and colleagues. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Ciao.